What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Coach Potatoes, episode 28. I said that right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you just made it seem like we've never done this before. Welcome to the Coach Potatoes.
You were shocked you got it right.
I am. Anthony, Ben, TJ. I was about to call you Bill. That's me. Welcome up again, episode 28. We got a lot of NFL action, making some money moves. I was going to talk about some naughty fans out there.
The fans? Well, some of the fans are naughty.
Two naughty fan occurrences, and then
we use a different word besides naughty. It just sounds weird.
We have a three-way of stories having to do with fan altercations. Two where the fans were probably in the wrong, and one where McGregor, he's wrong. But you know what? Let's start off and do the altercations, since that's probably the first one.
The easiest one, or I guess the first of the sequence was the soccer one. So on Sunday in the championship, which is second division of English soccer team, Aston Villa.
It's like the minor leagues.
They have a relegation system. You wouldn't understand it, but
you're correct.
Anyway,
it's actually kind of cool. Like more sports should have it.
They should. Anyway, players walking away. Yeah, the ball goes out, and the players, kind of walking this way, and a fan ends up running on the field behind him, and then comes up behind him and fucking sucker punches him in the side of the face, from the back. Guy goes down. He wasn't like knocked out or anything like that. He's just kind of more shocked. And then the fan pretty much immediately gets tackled by security, and then all the players on the field, come up and get in his face and all that shit.
I actually saw a clip of it.
It was just crazy.
But they were talking about the Westbrook thing, and they were just saying Westbrook was in the right because of that. But yeah, I saw it.
It was just a crazy thing. Obviously live sports, the fans are right there, and especially, in soccer arenas, they're really right there. They're mere feet away. And there's always been hecklers or, people who run on the field, more so to just kind of like gain attention or like try and go up to like Messi or Ronaldo or something like that, just take a picture with them or some shit. Never to just like physically assault a guy.
Slap hands.
Slap ass. Keen Peele sketch. Sorry, you two don't like comedy.
We do. Just
slap ass. Look it up.
So that was the first one. Then Russell Westbrook, I guess I'll specify. Thunder were playing the Jazz, and if I read it right, it was a husband and wife, and I think the husband was the one like talking shit.
Yes.
And they said
it was a husband and wife.
And they said like get on your knees like you're used to.
That is what is being speculated. He said heavily speculated what he said, because when actually asked, he said that he told Westbrook to ice those knees. But everyone is speculating he's just saying that to kind of save some face. But everyone's thinking he said what you said. Right. Get on your knees like you used to.
So
Westbrook did not take kindly to that.
Right. And it you can see him on tape and he's like, I'll fuck you up.
And your wife.
And your wife.
Yeah.
Which...
not fuck your wife. Fuck your wife up.
Right. Exactly. That's where it's
as sad as it is, that is the difference.
Physical, not sexual assault.
Yeah. We'll get to that. We'll kind of recap in a second. And then McGregor gets released that he was arrested in Miami because from what I read, he smashed a fan's phone that was trying to take a picture of him.
So I've read a couple different things. I thought I read somewhere that he slapped it out of his hand. I thought I read somewhere he just took it out of his hand and threw it on the ground and smashed it. Point being, he took a fan's phone somehow and smashed it. Obviously, the fan not wanting that. Obviously.
Yeah. So, dipshit gets arrested. Bill made a comment when we texted about it. It's like, man, he'll fight the fans, but he won't fight any other professional fighters. So.
You know what?
I thought he was going to fight Cowboy.
So, Cowboy.
He'll only do it if it's a main event.
Well, so Cowboy came out and publicly, I think it was just on Twitter, something about like, sign the papers, bitch. Like, called him out because McGregor's been kind of quiet.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to focus on McGregor and not talk about everything.
Well, there's a couple of things I want to kind of get to with all of them, but go ahead.
Yeah. All I was going to say is, I think now McGregor's name is just out in the stratosphere, where I think fighting is just well past or well behind where he's at now. I think he's now just a public figure. He wants to become an icon. I honestly think fighting is beneath him in his mind, to where I don't think he's even looking forward to fighting anymore. I think he wants to do his shitty proper number 12 commercials.
Could you please reenact how he does it?
Proper number 12.
Excellent rendition.
Irish whiskey. I don't know. I forget the damn commercial.
No,
He just says pepper and golf.
I'm not gonna make fun of your accents because who do I even sound like right now?
Death. You sound like death.
I was told I sound like my dad right now.
If your dad sounded like BB King,
BB Death. Yeah, that's yeah.
He is dead.
Yeah, I was like, that was a little insensitive.
I know that. Jesus, whatever.
If I knew any BB King song, I would sing it right now, but I don't.
I just know he's on the walls of Fuddruckers.
How dare you? That place is closed. Another just too soon. Jesus.
Did it really?
Yeah, closed here.
I didn't know
BB
that.
King just rolled over in his grave because his legacy to Bill was he's on the walls at Fuddruckers next to the people that ate the 1 pound burger.
You're an asshole.
There's all the guys that ate the 1 pound burger. Oh, and BB King.
He's not just a blues legend. He's the guy on the wall with Fuddruckers. So
The well versed in blues.
anyway, so kind of having a string of these happen all within a couple of days of each other. Do you guys think there needs to be some type of rule set for fans when they're at a live event?
Yes.
Okay, what would you make them?
Maybe not so much rules, but more policing. Because, and I know this, because again, this is probably the first year I've actually religiously tried to watch the NBA. Apparently, the Utah fan base, not the first time, they've been doing something controversial in their stadium. I've heard from reports, not from
And
from
possibly racist.
It's not that. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I heard from player accounts. They've heard just racial slurs. Salt Lake City is primarily white dominated place.
Right.
I haven't heard many good things. As one of the shows I was watching, said Michael Jordan was notorious for saying he hates playing at Utah. He's going to Utah. So in that case,
They probably hated him because he kept them from winning a lot of championships.
true, but Jordan, you suck ass is different than throwing a racial slur.
Well, there's a difference, I think, between just like friendly heckling, or just kind of like you're playing a rival team, you like to talk shit to each other or whatever.
That's fine.
But
I'm fine with that.
I think it's hard because outside of physical violence, obviously that's crossing a line. But other than that, where is the line to draw?
So
Because you can easily make it racial slurs or whatever.
So what I was getting at is either plants in the audience. They probably wouldn't do that because that would take away some revenue. But at least maybe a security guard. Maybe one per section. I don't know. He hears someone saying a racial slur. I think that's where you draw the line. I think when it goes outside of the sports, what's considered okay for sports, outside of your generic, you suck ass, or this guy's better than you. I guess once you start throwing racial slurs, I think that's a hard line right there. Stop it.
Fair. What do you think, Ben?
Well, I think each of these are different. So the soccer one, you should be able to have enough security there where no one can get on the field.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I was gonna make a joke to sign that dude because he was been hella fast to get all the way over there.
Well, it's not like they got fucking Usain Bolt working security.
The players were just like, what's that guy doing?
They're just I don't know. It still baffles me that people could still get on the field. I guess you can't have security, wrapped around the entire thing the whole time. But as far as the Westbrook one, I saw the video, but I we don't really know what went on before that. I think there's a difference. So racial slurs, obviously, anything about Russell Westbrook's kids or family or anything like that, and any player should be off the table. And like the Jazz did, they banned him for life or whatever from going to any Jazz games.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
I think today they did that. The one thing I do though is that as soon as the player comments back to the fan, it is progressively going to get worse automatically because the fan knows that you hurt him.
Right.
It goes from Russell Westbrook blowing me, you suck, and then as soon as Russell Westbrook says something then it's like, oh shit, got to up the game up because now he's paying attention.
You want to play 1-on-1? Don't do
that. So it's unfortunate, but I think a lot of the responsibility is going to fall on the players because at that point in time they're at their job,
right?
And you suck or even blow me is probably something you shouldn't say at a game among children at a game, right? But essentially, he has the freedom of speech, and that's not really it's not a racial thing or it's not attacking his family. So I think more responsibility falls on the players. And Russell Westbrook's kind of been known as the guy that, and I think he wants to be known as the guy that doesn't take any shit. And that's why he gets into trouble. And I think that's also why people pick him, because they know they're going to get a reaction out of him.
Well, they just had that thing where like the kid supposedly hit him, but Russell Westbrook turned around and kind of scolded the kid and the father, like, "Hey, you can't have your kid doing that." Whether he's right or wrong in either instance, yeah, he's developing that reputation as the guy that you're going to get a reaction from.
Right. Well, I think it's. I agree kind of with you, Ben. That I think when it comes, especially to the verbal side, basically the onus falls all on the player. The player's got to have thick enough skin outside of something personal, like the family or my kids or some type of racial slur or something like that. Something outside of just athletically criticizing me, then it's on me to just be like, whatever. I'm like, just another fan, just talking shit. He's probably drunk, whatever. Just saying something stupid. Now, I do agree that there should be a hard line for physical contact between fans and players. Where I think that gets a little muddy is like somebody walking down, walking off the court or something like that, and just like holding hands up for like high fives. Like, is that okay? But then how do you prevent any other type of contact from happening?
There's a video of him reacting to that too. Someone went to high five him and he smacked his hand out of the way and started getting in his face. I'm not saying Westbrook is wrong in any of these occasions. He is not developing a very good reputation of being fan friendly.
He's given himself some bad PR with kind of his interactions with fans. And I think if what Westbrook says and what other players have said, that the get on your knees is what was the comment was made. If that is true, granted I haven't heard any video like confirming that. I agree with the Jazz's move to ban the guy.
There is.
I think what's hard is
there's a video, but I can't hear what the guy.
Right, you can only see Westbrook and what he's saying, and so it's hard for me to just jump to that and be like, yes, that was right. If I can't hear verbatim what the guy said to him, and now we just play a game of he said, she said. Oh, I said ice your knees. You said you're saying that I told you to get on your knees. I don't know. There's already a lot of security at games, collegiate or professional. So I don't know if
then maybe not
like how we could police it more outside. You could do more, then ticket prices go up and all that shit to offset for the costs that they're gonna have to pay these guys. So I'm wondering how much impact that would have if you wanted to go that route.
Well, maybe not that route. Maybe have a security guard, either maybe amongst the players, like sitting with them.
Yeah, it could be.
But again, who do you say to stand up, or is there even enough seating for the whole staff plus a security guard? The logistics, that's a bit of an issue. But maybe just put them right by the players where the controversy is going to happen. Because this is all about fan to player, not necessarily fan to fan, which I'm sure there are dedicated security for that.
Right. Well, the fan-to-fan stuff, it's like there's security guards kind of all nearby every section, and as soon as they see something, they'll run to it and address it. But yeah, I just feel like it was interesting to see a quick succession of interactions between athletes and fans, and all of them being pretty negative. As far as what they were.
Well, the McGregor thing, I think we touched on. Last thing I'll say about Westbrook, kind of going back to what Ben said, there's a difference between saying a racial slur and talking about the guy's family, and then saying not necessarily homophobic slur, but below, get on your knees, whatever. If it's true that there have been racial slurs in the past and they never did a follow up, but they did for this, in my humble opinion, I think a racial slur is a lot worse than saying get on your knees like you're used to. Would you not agree?
I think you're not that you're doing it the wrong way. I think it was taken as a racial slur because they're saying knees as in like slaves, not knees as in like blow me.
Oh.
And I think that's the way it was taken.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, then I agree that they did that, because in my mind, and I'm not even saying that it was a homophobic slur, but just we say it to each other all the time, blow me. But I'm not going to say a racial slur. So from the point of Westbrook, I think a racial slur would be worse than just a generic "get on your knees," blah blah blah. If anything, I thought it was like "get on your knees" and I don't know, pleasure KD like you did back in the day. So something like that. That's the way I took it. I don't know if it was taken as a racial slur.
That was a stretch.
Yeah. If it, well, I mean, well, like you used to back in the day. That's what I connected the dots to. Anyway, my point being, if he took it as a racial slur, yeah, with everything that they did to that guy. If it wasn't a racial slur and Russell Westbrook didn't take it as one, I think they should have focused more energies on the racial slurs than this.
I think in today's climate, I don't think it would matter whether it was interpreted as homophobic or racial. Either one's going to get you, the X-nay, on ever coming again. But
I think the talk kind of has a limit on. You have to talk about like their skill as a player, like your ass. You're not good. You suck.
I think you'd have to. Well,
even if you're,
it's tough because you don't like when you start regulating what people can say, you get into very slippery territory.
True, but like, so we said, like, let's.
It's more of just like a social norm that you shouldn't cross this boundary. It's like an unwritten rule.
It's like if they would have said, Westbrook, you're a disappointment to your father because you suck so bad.
It's pretty rough, but I don't think that would have.
That's pretty deep. I mean, I wouldn't say it personally. No, that's me. And again, I think it's hard. It's very difficult for me personally, and I think just as a whole, to tell people what they can or cannot say, and like put it in like a, in black and white. You cannot say this word, whatever. I think that's a bit rough.
Well, we can put some words in there,
right? There's some that are kind of in that echelon.
Well, I mean,
that we understand.
The whole reason why we're talking about this incident in the first place is because Westbrook reacted. So I think if it was said, but there was no reaction from a player, I think it just falls on deaf ears. It's white noise.
I can guarantee you, every single game that any player, on any team goes to, they get shit talked to them constantly. Mm-hmm. And some of it probably a bit over the kind of agreed upon line that at least we have. I think where Westbrook probably hasn't, but I think maybe should have gotten in a little bit of hot water is saying that he's going to fuck his wife up as well. I can get responding directly to the guy and be like, I'm going to fuck you up if you say that again. But kind of, and I get the wife is there. Who knows what she's saying? I don't know if she was just kind of there and just guilty by association, or if she was chiming off as well.
Supposedly, she said the exact same thing as the dude.
So
supposedly, again,
it's like then you get into beating women and stuff, and this ain't the NFL. Ouch.
Yeah, they'll do something better in the NBA.
Ouch. But that's I think that maybe is only, as far as this particular incident is concerned, that maybe his only little question mark as far as like, maybe you should have just not said that one also. But
well, then I don't know if you guys remember, but there was one a couple years ago where LeBron was leaving the court. It might have been in the playoffs. They were playing the Warriors, I think, and a lady got caught on video just yelling, "LeBron, you're a bitch!" And it was like one of the security guards was like, "Whoa!" And LeBron like stopped and looked at her and kept walking, and she got like, she couldn't go back to Warrior games or whoever it was. Wow. I apologize if it wasn't the Warriors. I just, if I was watching, they were probably playing the Warriors. I'll have to try to find it. But she yelled, and he stopped and looked at her, and then he didn't say anything. And a security guard, if I remember right, was like, "Watch your mouth, woman." And then she was like, "I'm sorry." And then she couldn't go to any more games either. So, that's one of those ones too. Is that as bad as what Russell was apparently told? I don't think so.
No.
But
I don't think so at all. And I mean, good on LeBron. He didn't say anything. He was just kind of like, I'm sure he was annoyed. I'm like, really? Like, shut up. And then he didn't say anything, but he kept walking. So he did the right thing, in that particular one. But yeah, I agree. It's not, if she got a ban, from whatever stadium it was. It's like, really? Yeah. You got a ban her for that?
Oh, it was a Warriors fan. She calls him a pussy ass bitch.
LeBron, how does it feel to be a pussy ass bitch?
Hey, watch your mouth, woman.
Maybe I'm a bad person for laughing at that. That's just funny.
So the other thing is that the other thing is the security guards can only you can't stop someone from saying something out of their mouth.
Right.
This isn't Minority Report. You don't just know they're going to say it ahead of time. So it's just it's up to the players. LeBron did the right thing, and I think he did the balance that like Russell could have done, which is Russell could have stopped, looked at him, said, don't say that. And like, I get it. It's probably like not the cool thing to like be the fucking snitch to the security guard, but you got to understand like you're a top 10 player in the league, a face of a franchise.
You're gonna get some heckling,
and you can't be telling you're gonna beat up someone's wife. So
yeah, I agree. I mean, and those ones are kind of like if it's reached that point, to where it's that level, then yeah, it's like if you're a player, either tell one of the training staff or whatever, like, hey, go get security. That guy right there, get him out of here. This is what he's saying. We don't have room for that shit. I'm all for the traditional trash talk and heckling and all that type of stuff. It's fun. It adds to the environments in arenas.
I agree. I do that.
It makes the atmosphere lively.
Whenever we normally do it like fan to fan. We're not that close.
True.
Yes.
We're the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
The whole stadium's looking at you guys. How does it feel to be a pussy ass bitch? God, all the old people sitting in front of you. What the hell?
That was supposed to go further down.
Yeah.
Not to you, further down.
That's the message.
Start a chain. But so yeah, let me talk plenty about Westbrook. McGregor, I think
What
got charged.
an idiot, man. What a fucking idiot.
He got slapped with some felony charges, right? I think there were felonies.
And I think
He
one
got
of them
hit
was a
with.
misdemeanor. It was like
Didn't he have some though when he threw the fucking thing at the bus?
yeah, but that was in
probably
New York.
did.
He's racking them up.
Well, I'll just say it's all in the U.S. is what matters
Yes.
to a foreign national.
So yeah, I mean, Connor's just being stupid. I feel like at some point he's got to get some people around him that can like keep him in check. Of like, hey, chill out for like a day.
He probably did, but those same people were the ones that were started attacking everybody when the Khabib thing went down. So they need to have their own people to keep them in check.
It just doesn't add up to me. And granted, I feel this way about any professional athlete. Whenever I see them get arrested for something stupid like this, it's like, who do you have around you that is like allowing you to put yourself in this situation? Like that just doesn't make any sense when you're a guy with that type of name and brand. Not only for your athletic stuff, but he's got proper 12, and he's doing that stuff as well. And so he's got other income.
Proper number.
Whatever.
Do we know anything like background? Is like, did the fan ask and then he said no?
No.
And the fan did it anyways.
I honestly have no idea.
I don't know more than
All I'm
destroy
reading is
the
what he
phone.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm reading what he did. I don't know if the fan could have said something. How does it feel to be a pussy ass bitch? I wouldn't say that to a fighter. I wouldn't say that to anybody, to be honest.
Proper number 12 sucks. Dick.
Well, that's just that's what's gonna happen when you make a whiskey lemonade.
No, it's not bad for the price.
It's
I will
actually
say that,
pretty
Connor.
It is pretty good for the price. I'm not gonna lie.
Continue.
Have you got it?
I have had it at your house.
It's not that bad.
For the price point, it's pretty
For
good.
like $13, it's pretty good.
So then it's fantastic for $13.
For proper number $12, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see how much the price went up ever since we did that commercial.
Well, it probably just went back down to $12.
Buy one, get a free Samsung Galaxy 10.
Personally broken by Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He smashed it.
Yeah, all his memorabilia that he's going to have to sign for fans is just going to be broken shit that he shattered over the years.
They'll start making like gold stick vodka, except it'll be pieces of sofa.
That'd be good for the flavor. I can't, I get his, little showmanship for when he's promoting a fight, talking shit or whatever, but his amount of stupid shit that he does outside of the ring too is just like, what are you doing?
He's gonna get his visa revoked one of these times. He keeps up with this shit. I mean, it's ridiculous.
That may be the only way
Ridiculous.
to teach him to stop doing stupid shit like this.
It might. You can only fight him in Ireland.
Yeah, until the UFC just has all its fights in Ireland.
They probably would too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dana would be like, okay, when do you want it? How long do you want the fight to be? Who do you want it to be against?
Big ol' proper number 12 right in the middle. Proper number 12 Irish whiskey.
Like a mix between a Hispanic and Arnold Schwarzenegger.